We good to go? Excellent. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this special gathering of the Warren Zoning Board of Review. My name is Jason Rainone. I am the acting chair of the board. To my right is Jason Nystrom. To his right is Bert Rodriguez. Is it Rodriguez or Rodriguez? Rodriguez. And to his right is Chuck Thibodeau. We are on a skeleton crew this evening, but it only takes 4 members of the board to hear and vote on an application. So we do have a quorum for the evening. When we begin, I will call up the applicants. We will ask you to state your name and your current residence for the stenographer. We will ask you to present to us what it is that you would like to do with the property. The board members will ask any questions they have right off the bat. We will then ask you to have a seat and we will take public comment from anyone who would like to comment on the application. The only thing I would ask during public comment is if you have questions or concerns, please address them to the members of the board. Do not address them to the applicant. We will then ask any pertinent follow-up questions when the applicant comes back for the final word. We will then decide on any actions for this application and we will move forward from there. There is no administrative business as this is a special meeting. So at this time, I would like to call new business application ZB 25-16. Paula Andrade Hamilton, owner, and James and Sherry Thacker, applicant, 0 Overhill Road, plat map 13E, lot 317. Request for a dimensional variance to construct a single-family home with less than the required lot width in an R10 zoning district. You would, please?
Hi, my name is Sherry Thacker and I live at 62 Willow Ave in Somerset.
Jim Thacker, same address.
Great. Can you tell us what you're looking to do and what relief you're looking for from us?
Yes, we are seeking the variance to build a single family home. And it's our understanding we need the variance due to the front, there being an issue with the frontage.
Lack of frontage.
Lack of frontage.
Gotcha. So if I am understanding correctly and if the building official can just confirm my understanding, the frontage on Overhill Road for this property is about 40.27 feet and the zoning ordinance requires 90. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Excellent. This structure does not exist yet, correct? This would be a new build on the property.
Correct.
It is vacant lot now?
Right.
Correct. Okay. Do the board members have any questions?
So just so we're clear, again, we do have the provided plans, and it looks like you are able to construct your proposed building entirely within all the setbacks except for the frontage. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
My only concerns on this are to make sure that none of the water from this property ends up on anybody else's property, because Harris Ave, that's where the bottom of the hill is, and going farther down the street, so. I just
Mr.
want to
Chair.
be 100% sure that all water on this property stays on this property.
If I can comment on that, because I have had that same question asked several times. So this is a new building, new construction. They will need to get a soil erosion control permit, which that will show how they're going to keep their water on their property, and as well as how they're going to maintain the erosion and control during construction. Another, just for the record, because another question that I had was, this was a pre-existing lot that was formed by dividing the original lot into 2 lots. I had a question asked that tonight that we were dividing the lots. That's not the case, as we all know. Just to put it on record that this is already a lot of record, and as you stated, that it has the dimensions that need for the proposed house. It's just the frontage that's not there. So that's a question that I had asked of me, and I just wanted to put that on the record.
Excellent. And am I correct in my understanding that current building code says that all water that falls on a property must infiltrate on that property at this point?
That's correct. Any water on your property has to be mitigated on your property. I say this to everyone because this is happening throughout the town as we develop the town and our open space. There are times where people will develop a parcel that was not developed, and the neighboring properties will call and say that they're putting their water onto the neighboring properties. And we come to find out that many times the existing properties are actually flowing into that property. And once they do their mitigation, now the water of the neighboring properties can no longer go into that empty lot. Doesn't happen all the time, but a lot of time that is happening, and it's happening because we're bringing in new developments in lots that weren't developed. So I let everyone know that that is a potential issue that will arise. So when I get the call and say that they're putting the water from their property onto theirs, we look into it. And that's one question, as Chuck, as you had, when it comes to the soil erosion control plan, that plan shows how they're going to keep the water mitigation on their property.
Gotcha. But the specifics of that water mitigation, both for construction and for the permanent solution on the property, would not necessarily be in the plan set currently. That's something that would be determined during construction drawings.
Yeah, so the plan set that's been submitted does not have that. It's actually soil erosion control permit is a separate permit that has to be issued prior to construction. So when there are many times that plan is in the plan set for the building, but it's also a separate building. It's a separate permit for the building. So at this time, they would not have that plan with us, with them normally. And once the full plan set comes to do the plan review, that's when it comes forward. And then that's when we issue that permit.
Excellent. Are there any other questions from the board? Is there any other information you'd like to provide to us before we open it for public comment?
No, I think that's it.
Great.
Thank you.
You can have a seat briefly, and we will open the hearing for public comment. If there's anyone in the public that would like to speak either for or against this application, please come forward. And again, please just state your name and your address for the record.
Okay, Paul Vistoso, 40 Harris Avenue. I'm the guy with the flooded yacht. I mean, lot and a yacht too, but I have videos of myself standing in ankle deep water in my backyard through a river as it's flowing through. And so that was a big concern for me. And that also affects the neighbor just to my east. He gets more of the brunt, and, you know, I said I would speak up on that. So that was a big factor there. And the other thing is I don't really know what the lot was divided at some time by a drastic amount, but we never had we never notified none of the abutters were notified that that such a drastic zoning change was going to happen. Now, I'm not trying to block anybody from dividing this lot. That I'm not here to do that. I came here to find out if it is already divided, then why weren't we notified that you know, that's, if it's 90 feet, then it's, you know, 45% change, where you're limited to 25% in any reduction in any direction. And frontage is, and it comes up multiple times, is what abuts a road or a street. The property line that abuts a road or a street, not halfway down a lot. So, so that really, and when I was trying to find out, you know, what it was, if this lot was actually zoned this way, and it is standing, and now it's just a matter of pushing that frontage back, or is the road or has it been divided at the road into two lots? So I don't know if it's one lot or two lots, and why we weren't notified
Sure.
the first time, which is, like I said, it was not a little change, it was a large one.
Yep.
And I'm not just speaking for myself, but multiple neighbors are saying, why weren't we notified?
Sure. So the lots are currently divided. According to the plat maps, they are separate lots at this point. If I can ask the solicitor, is an administrative subdivision a noticeable situation, or can
No,
divide,
that's
is dividing the lot simply something that
That's
happens?
correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So according to current law, splitting a lot like that into two standard lots that are both buildable is not something the neighbors would have been notified about.
Okay, that's fine. Like I said, I'm not trying to block them.
Mhm.
And, matter of fact, I'd rather not tickle off a neighbor before they even move in. That was not the goal here. The goal here was to find out why we weren't notified.
Mhm.
And you explained it, so that's that. And that's it. I mean, other than that, I think everybody that I talk to is like, they are both big lots and it's not an issue. But if something was done, so, if, say we agree on this thing, dividing the lot and then, or moving that frontage line, which is not a frontage line at all.
Mhm.
If moving that, we do the zoning change and then they decide they found a better piece of property somewhere else or a bigger house. And now we're stuck with something that we could have had a part in
Sure.
on this. Another thing is, there's a stone wall that divides the property. And I have my fence pulled back because it's trying to dig a post hole and that was nearly impossible close to my line. So I just want to make sure that we don't have all sorts of plantings, on my section of lawn, my property.
Sure. So
So
just from an understanding that the stone wall that you are mentioning is the property line, not the fence that you have constructed.
no, exactly. The fence is pushed onto my side.
Okay.
And
And
Move a stone wall, right?
you can, yeah. I know it's a natural boundary.
And historic stone wall can't be removed but I'm not seeing the stone wall on this plan.
There is, it goes right up the street. I don't care if it's gone. I got a fence. But the other people, don't. But that was, I was just concerned about if the stone wall is removed, then
Sure.
what? And it goes down to the neighbor downhill and it goes up the hill. So it's one continuous wall.
Sure, that makes sense. One thing that I think, and the solicitor will correct me if I misspeak, the variance in question is about the smaller than standard frontage against the street for this property. If we were to grant a variance, it is attached to this particular building project and this particular property owner. So if they were to decide that they did not want to build on this property 6 months from now, that variance would not carry over to the next owner. If they come forward with a new building plan, they would have to come and get a separate variance.
It sounds fair. So anyways, that's all. I didn't, like I said, I don't want to anger my new neighbors. And, but I had so many questions that I didn't have answers for. And when I
No.
tried to get them, I wasn't able to. So,
That's okay. That's why you're here. So yeah.
all right, that's it. I'm done.
Very good, thank you. Is there anyone else in the public who would like to speak? Please.
Hi, my name is Chris Forshey. I live at 45 Overhill Road. My concern is with the curve itself. It's looks unassuming, but it is rather dangerous because it's difficult to see if you're going up or down the street, cars that are going to be approaching the curve. And if you either take away or add to the curve, I don't know if that will impact visual, the driver's visual perspective of what's going on over there.
Sure.
And that would be it. That's it.
All right,
Thank you.
very good, thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to speak? Seeing none, if I can ask the applicants to return to the podium. And we will close the public portion of this application. And if I can just ask if there's anything else that you would like to present to the board on your behalf?
think that's it. Thank you.
Obviously, you've heard one neighbor's concerns about the stone wall. That's just something to sort of bear in mind.
Yeah, we wouldn't touch it. obviously.
Excellent. Are there any other questions from the board members?
Just a question on one of your proposed drawings. It's got a, should this be approved, you're gonna be putting a driveway in, correct?
Correct,
Okay, so, and is it your intention that you're gonna have off-street parking? You're not gonna be parking cars on the street?
correct.
Okay.
Is there any other discussion or is someone prepared to make a motion on this application?
Let's see if you.
I just need.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Thanks, I can do this. All right. I move application of number ZB 25 Paula Andre Hamilton, owner, and James and Sherry Thacker, applicant. 0 Overhill Road, plat map 13E, lot 317. Request for a dimensional variance to construct a single-family home with less than required lot width in the R10 zoning district. In granting this approval, we find that the hardship from which the applicant seeks relief is due to the unique characteristics of the subject land and structure and not to the general characteristics of the surrounding area, and not due to the physical or economic disability of the applicant. I will note, in finding so, this is a uniquely shaped piece of property. It's angular. It is a buildable lot of record, as has been indicated by the building official, and the only frontage is 40.27 feet. Whereas the ordinance requires 90 feet. Yeah, it's, the size is what it is. This is an existing lot of record. So that, the hardship faced is due to the, literally the unique layout of this parcel. We find that the hardship is not the result of any prior action of the applicant. It's been indicated that the applicants are looking to build here. This is a pre-existing lot of record, and there's been no information provided that this is all pre-existing prior to the this lot's layout was pre-existing to the applicant's proposal before us. We find that granting the requested relief or requested variance will not alter the general character of the surrounding area or impair the intent or purposes of the zoning ordinance or the comprehensive plan upon which the ordinance is based. This is an undeveloped parcel as it currently stands. Developing this parcel into a single-family residential unit is certainly consistent with the neighborhood full of many other single-family homes. It's also undeveloped. Currently, it's a bit of wilderness, a lot of trees. And by developing it, it will help increase the tax rolls for the economic viability of the town. We do not find that construction of this single-family home will alter the general character of the area. In granting a dimensional variance, the hardship, wait a minute. Oh, and were this not to be approved, we find that this would be more than a mere inconvenience. The lot as currently sized only has 40.27 feet of frontage, whereas the ordinance requires 90. If we were not to approve this today, it would be more than a mere inconvenience in that no development could be had at all on this piece of property. Special conditions, we will require that the applicants comply with any state, local, and federal requirements with particular attention paid to a soil erosion plan, which is going to be required by the building official prior to this start of construction. And again, just to memorialize the relief sought, what is existing is 40.27 frontage. The width required is 90, and the proposed variance is 40.27 frontage.
Very good. There is a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
As this is a special meeting and there is nothing else on the agenda, is there a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Stand up.
We out. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, 20 minutes. It's pretty good.
Too bad.
Thank you.
I think our fast.
So, yeah, you know, the sound. Yeah, right. Alright. And that's literally like one, give it special. No, something just give it. We approved minutes, or yeah, thing, all no promise. Everybody was like, yeah, this guy. Yeah, always. Thank you. You know, it's good. That's all right. Just jump. It's very. Codifying chair, vice chair. We could have done last month, but a year or so. I just assume people that share. Yeah. Sorry, because. Right, yeah. Eat good share, you know, yeah, I used to be able to. I used to support that. So, yeah, I think that's from us. As you should. No, so. Up to you guys. Because I. I'll step above that fine. I have a problem.
You know, the last house down.
Deals with that next time. Let David want to share you. Yeah, nice little walk. So my oldest now had. I left. You know, oh, you need this battery right here. Oh my fuck. Is here. I need a battery. I can try it. Right there. See, my oldest goes, dude, that's the ball bearings. Right, I'm going to thank you so much.
And something will happen.
Now, but I think that would be up to them. That's it. Good night, too. Good night.
Thanks. I don't want to be. No, my wife knows you. Well, she's from Warren too. Her name's Jack. She's a little older.
Okay.
She's a.
Oh, I missed it.
She might not appreciate that.
Okay, all right.
Okay, you take care.
Okay.
And thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is it? So with all this on the point.
Oh, yeah.
Would you just. Right, no, got that far. He's building it, so. It's gonna start with it.
Oh, wow.
It's gonna take him a while to do it. He's gonna like this guy, this guy was bad, and he was a little,
Yeah.
he's okay.
Yeah.
He seems, he's and he was. He was
Yeah.
Oh, really? Otherwise, I don't know.
Maybe you forgot. Yeah, like, whatever.
Well, the thing is that where he, that huge fish that comes down into develop that. But his brother built, brother built, that's not the one issue start.
No, I know this.
Come on,
Yeah.
people, come on.
I'll find out. I know you were great, you were great. Yeah. And this was exhibits, right? Yes, yes. Back. You know, I own like comics. Stuff. Oh, that is subject. So you either by shell or social house. I think it's not so. If you look up the report does, they've got like digital system. It's a question. Now, if we're person. You ask. That subject. Some action. What's the discovery? It's the files. And enough places. So you're more. I don't know.